basement, no longer alone, with my homegirl Terez on the microphone. Music, politics, or just chatting it up. Brunch in the basement, see that's what's up. You never know who might run through. Legendary artist or someone brand new. You miss a lot when you miss one day. At least that's what I heard somebody say. But it doesn't really matter what whoever says. It's always a good show with JaVonne and Terez. Yeah. Brunch in the basement with JaVonne and Terez. Yeah. Let's see who we got today or what we doing today or whatever it is, it's gonna be good. Woo!
I love you all so much.
Just the first thing that
Adam and Eve.
we can see you now.
I know, and thank God.
Yeah. That's generally the response we get from everybody, but we keep it clean.
Hey everybody, give me a second. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties. Rufus says you're waiting audio. Is that correct? No one can hear me? Is there an issue? Can everybody hear me? Somebody let me know. Because today we have a special show. Let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me. I know I'm a little sitting in darkness right now. But today the plan is to actually play a pre-recorded show. Okay, groovy. I want to play a pre-recorded show. You had me nervous there for a second, Rufus. I just want you to know. And the pre-recorded show is an interview with one of my very favorite artists, someone that you all should be very familiar with. And her name, because she is one half of the legendary group 2 Tons of Fun. And her name is Martha Wash. And so I want to share this with you all. And I think you're going to enjoy it. Just want to remind you that we're here every Saturday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wednesday evenings from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And coming soon. I mean, coming very soon is After Dark in the Basement, which I'm sure most of you will enjoy. It's going to be for grown folks only. So it's going to be late and it's going to be at night. Late for me. It's going to be at night. And it's going to be sexy as fuck. In the meanwhile, let's see if we can get up Martha Wash. If not, then we just hang out. And I'll turn up the lights. Let's see if we can get her up. It's working. It's working. It's working on working. There we go.
Hi, this is Martha Wash, and you're in the basement with JaVonne and Terez.
Miss Wash, we have a game that we like to play on this show. It's called Rapid Fire. Oh. And it's a word association game, right? That we play with all of our guests. And it just gives our audience an opportunity to look behind the veil. It's like a little peek behind the veil, what's going on. So how it works is I'll say a word, then you say what immediately comes to mind. I'll pick 5 words. It's like a call and response. I'll pick 5 words, and then JaVonne will pick 5 words.
Okay.
Yeah? All right.
Okay.
Cool. This is going to be different because I'm going to ask this question. Analog or digital?
Analog.
God.
Yes.
Touring.
Hard.
Sylvester.
Fond memories.
Paradise Garage.
Yes.
More fond memories, huh?
Disco. Disco.
Yes.
That's mine right there. That's mine right there. JaVonne, you're up next.
Okay. I will go with music.
Life.
Harmony.
Beautiful.
Success.
I guess I'm not that rapid anymore. Lord. I'll take it.
Black people.
My people.
Voice.
Oh. Oh, that could go a couple of different ways.
Well, what was the first word?
I want to say beautiful as well, because that can go in a whole lot of different directions.
Yeah. And I'm just going to steal one more. Love.
We all need.
Thank you so much.
Because I put out music and the first thing somebody says, well, where's the remix? Ain't no damn remix. Appreciate what I have put out here now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? The thing is, I've never, ever wanted to be just categorized into one particular genre of music, because I grew up listening to different kinds of music. Now, as a child, I could only listen to gospel music because it was a very strict religious household. I started sneaking in 45s into my house through my book bag, you know, and listening to the radio on my transistor.
Tell it.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes,
That's it.
yes.
You know, the youngins, they don't know nothing about that.
They don't know nothing about that.
You know, but that's how I learned about appreciating different kinds of music. So
Hey, everybody. So that was the rapid fire from Martha Wash. You know, there's something really goofy going on with with my whole thing here. I don't know if it's me doing too much or me not doing enough. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure what's going on. But good morning, Misty J and Rufus. Um Haven't heard that in ages. Transistor. Yes, transistor radio, right? So, she dropped a lot of jewels. She dropped a lot of jewels. And what I'm trying to do is pull up the entire interview. Apple has an update, which may be the reason why I'm getting delays and all kinds of garbage. Every time that Apple does an update, if you don't update with Apple, then you are sincerely left in the background. So I'm gonna see what I can do about uploading this whole interview. That was my plan for the day. Otherwise, I'm cool with just hanging out with everybody and chit chatting. Yeah, second one in 2 weeks. I don't know what's going on with Apple. um Everybody's doing their own thing. Did y'all hear that Pence came out against Trump? That was interesting. I mean, not against Trump, but basically just telling the truth after a year and a half that I really didn't have the Trump is wrong. I couldn't overturn the election. I mean, we already knew that, but thanks for sharing. Now people are trying to act like he's some kind of hero. You just did what you were supposed to do. Um it's going to be interesting to see how everything transpires and that sort of thing. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. So, Misty J, I'm going to give you, you know what, Misty? I'm going to let you be the producer of this show. I'm going to let you decide. Would you prefer that we watch the Martha Wash show? Because Terez is not coming through today. The Martha Wash interview, just that interview. Or would you prefer me to sit here and just chit chat and spin some tunes? Because that's what I do. So, Misty J, you get the choice. So you want Martha Wash, the full interview with her, which is about an hour, or do you want me to spin some tunes for you? Talking music, please. Music and talk, please. Okay, LaVonne. See, there you go. What's up, girl? What's up, guys? All right, talking music. Y'all got it. So, what y'all want to talk about? Any topics in particular? Or let me just, for those of you who did not see, we got this coming up.
Are you ready for After Dark? In the basement. Only on WJBR Internet Radio.
So when y'all see that video on your social media, please share it. Please share it. We want to try to get it out there as much as possible. And yeah. Why would you do a replay when you are present? What the hell? Okay. Because I always think that it's more entertaining for you to have an interaction with people other than just me. And yes, Terez is only half of the show. I'm only half of the show, but I can present you with a full show that was, some people may not have seen. Plus, someone like Martha Wash is very interesting. She has a great history to tell and share. So I thought, that would be a good idea. Like, it's very entertaining. Why am I late? Actually, I'm late because Terez and I were on the phone. We were talking for like almost an hour. And then by the time the conversation wound down, I realized, oh shit, I got to get everything together. And so, what people may not realize is that there's editing and a lot of things that I have to do to prepare the show. So I'm in the mix prior to the show. And that's why I was late. And then the goddamn computer slowed down, and I intended to just play the Martha Wash replay, but it didn't, it wasn't taking right. It was because I was late, and that's why I was late. What I just, you know what? When I was doing the podcast, I did the podcast alone for a long time, for many years. I was doing it alone, but it was different because it was just a voice, So I felt like, people is like the radio, people are listening. But now that we're doing this thing visually, I feel like I have to give you something to look at other than just me. I mean, um, that's just how I see it. Hey, Poppy Chulo, how you doing, darling? Good morning, sir. I was even late sending Pop the link. I was very late today, but we were talking. Okay, so what is there something new going on with the Color Purple musical that I don't know? I'm unaware of. Misty J asks, for those of you listening on the podcast, WJBR Internet Radio. And the actually, even with the podcast, just to forewarn you, the countdown is going to come earlier because I set it up just for an hour, because the replay of the Martha Wash video interview is only an hour. So everything was going to stop in an hour. However, I'll be here, and when that starts counting down in about a half an hour, don't worry about it. It's going to continue. Just nobody will be able to call in after that countdown. So if you want to call in, you can really feel free to do so now at 347-996-5394. Okay. You can steer a full show. Stop that. I don't feel like I can't steer a full show. I mean, like I said, I did it in the past. I just don't think I'm that interesting to look at for a whole 2 fucking hours. You know what I mean? And maybe that's because I see myself when I'm looking out. What I'm looking out at is myself. I don't see you, Miss DJ and LaVonne and Pop. I see your pictures on the side, the picture that you have up for YouTube, and that's helpful. But I really feel like I'm just sitting here looking at myself and talking. And although I know I'm talking to y'all, so that's always good. Thank you, Pop. You're listening to Brunch in the Basement with JaVonne and Terez. Terez is off today. And this is, yes, the best brunch on a Saturday. And Poppy is a chulo. This is true. So Pop, did you start the new Instagram page? Mm-hmm. Oh, you were having internet issues too this morning. It wasn't just me. Okay. All right. I heard y'all. So, but what happens if I'm actually not able to be present? What if the whole crew, me, Pop, and Terez, we're not able to come through on a Saturday? What would nothing? I mean, I should put up something. Okay, all right. I feel the dent. I feel it. Okay. they're gonna do a movie musical of The Color Purple. My take on that is no. That's my personal take, because I haven't seen it yet. I would watch it on TV. Like, I saw the play multiple times. Shaka Khan was in it, and so I went. That was fucking fabulous. Shaka Khan on Broadway. Yeah, yeah. I can just hear Terez in my head saying, "But why your voice gotta change when you say Shaka Khan on Broadway?" And back to, because it's Shaka Khan on Broadway. That's why. I don't know. I get really kind of shy when I talk about Shaka Khan because I love her so much. And yes, this broadcast is licensed via Live 365 and covers listeners in the USA through Sound Exchange, ASCAP, BMI, and CSAC. Trust me, you look much better than I do this morning, JaVonne. Well, thank you. And I was not prepared. I didn't, well, not that I beat my face anyway, but, you know, I don't know if I'm lotioned up or greased up enough. I don't know. Could have plucked the hairs, I don't know. Just kidding. I don't know. And yes, we are also licensed in Canada through SOCAN and Resound, and the UK through PPL and PRS for Music. Still in your drawers and a bonnet chilling. Well, that's a lot of information. Yep. Yes. Welcome to WJBR Internet Radio for the inquisitive mind and the sophisticated ear. Do you know, interesting fact that nobody really probably cares about because nobody ever asked me, but where did I come up with that slogan? Internet radio for the inquisitive mind and the sophisticated ear. When I initially was thinking of the podcast and everything, and here's another interesting fact, that this is the 2014 8. This is the 8th anniversary year, month of the very original, very first broadcast of In the Basement with JaVonne and Terez. And the very first guest was Archbishop Carl Bean. At least he was supposed to be the first, I believe. I'm gonna go back and figure that out, and next time let y'all know. But this month, this Black History Month, is also WJBR Brunch in the Basement with JaVonne and Terez History Month. Yep. I know nobody asked for that, but maybe you should know it. Not thrilled with the idea of a movie musical. Me either. I don't really love movie musicals so much, and especially The Color Purple. The movie itself is legendary, it's historical, it's just great. And I'm just excited that they're thinking about it, but I'm not excited that they're gonna do that. I'm glad that, in other words, what I'm trying to say is I love when people think and talk about and strategize around Black movies and Black productions and things like that, because it puts Black people in a position to win, to earn, and to accomplish. However, I don't necessarily like the idea of a movie musical. I do not know what that is, Elisa. So if you want to talk about that a little bit more, that's fine. I would mispronounce that. What is that? Guna's push P? Gunna's pushing P? I don't know what that. No idea. And people in their drawers, I appreciate that. Fantasia Taylor and Danielle Brooks to start in the new Who's Fantasia Taylor? Now, I did love don't get me, when Fantasia, our Fantasia, was on Broadway, that girl sang her throat off. Okay? When she was playing in The Color Purple on Broadway, I saw that multiple times. And shout out to Miss Elizabeth Withers, who was Sugar Avery. That was dope. She was dope in that. And who's Fantasia Taylor? I don't know who that is. Mumbling, and I love it. Okay. Pop, they are too old for this movie. Taylor and Brooks will play leads, Celie and Sophia. I gotta see who they are. I gotta look that up. Let me look that up. I really wish that people would leave the classics alone. The Color Purple and others. I feel that way too. I even feel that way about music. I don't necessarily love remakes, except when Whitney remade I'm Every Woman. I think she did a fantastic job of that. I think also Erica Badu did a great job with Shaka Khan's song Stay. She tore that shit up. And Shaka Khan can remake and sing anything she wants, as far as I'm concerned. There's some remakes like the Jackson 5, Who's Loving You, that was dope. So anyway. But movies, Shaft remakes were nice. I could get into that. And the Superfly remake didn't feel like a remake. It was a different story to me. But it was nice. Ha! Get a look at Mother Jefferson in her youngin' days. Okay. I remember Mother Jefferson, and I saw pictures of her. Maybe I'm going too slow here. The cast is all wrong. It's like they missed the significance of the movie. As an avid movie musical Broadway fan, I have to. Okay, y'all gonna have to give me a moment while I pull up a picture. Oh God, everything is so slow today. I don't know what's going on. Everything is so Fantasia Taylor pictures. Oh, Fantasia, that's Fantasia. I didn't know Fantasia. Oh, she changed her name. Okay. Why ain't somebody just tell me that? Why y'all make me go through all that? Okay. Okay. All right. Good morning, Queen. How you doing? Pushin' P is a Black History movie. A Black History musical. Okay. Okay. So a Black History musical, if it's on Broadway, I'm for it. I just don't like movies that are Black History. I mean, I do like Black History movies. I don't like musical movies. Like, if I want to see a musical, I want to see it on Broadway. That's just me. It just doesn't resonate the same. Who has read the entire Color Purple trilogy and love Alice Walker? I'm just not feeling the idea. I read the book, The Color Purple. Nobody in my house talked like Color Purple. Okay. The rapper Gunna. And who is Pusha P? The song is Pusha P. Okay. All right. I will look at that. And thank you. No, I didn't know that Fantasia Barrino is now Fantasia Taylor. Okay, because I think maybe we can come to an agreement on the show. We'll just refer to her as Fantasia, and I'll know who we're talking about. Yeah, I'll look up Pushing P another time. And there's nothing but love in the chat. Oh, I love it. We're gonna give JaVonne a minute to read the notes. Thank you, everybody. Why am I wait. Elisa, if I don't know the song and if it's a rap song, I may not be down with it. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, like what's his name? Kirk Franklin said, if y'all think that gospel music has gone too far, sometimes rap goes too far that way. So I don't know. I can look up the lyrics and then if I don't know, because if it's not Pushing P, what does it mean? It's the act of selling penises that have been chopped from someone's body, placed on ice and wrapped in whale skin. Once the P has been pushed, Jesus Christ. I'll tell you what, Elisa. I'll listen to the song. I promise you that. And I don't know if that's what you mean, but that's the first definition that came up. And maybe Wednesday night or next week I'll play the song. It's Possessing the Secrets of Joy. Color Purple and the Temple of My Familiar. If you're an OG like me, you won't understand the lyrics. I promise you, Rufus, I am straight up OG. Yes, that's what Pushing P. Well, I just looked it up, so I don't know. I know that's what just came up. So I don't know that that's really like what Elisa means. Elisa, is that what is that the definition that you understand it to be? I don't know. I don't know. But now you see how everybody in this live stepped up to help the flow of discussion. I don't want to hear anymore about how you think a replay would be more interesting just because you're by yourself. We got you, cousin. Know that. I feel you. I feel you. Thank you. Thank you. I just, I am committed. Honestly, I promise you that this is true. I am committed to bringing you what I think is the most enjoyable and entertaining and informative show that I possibly can bring you. And so, whether that's showing a previous show where there was something historical in it, or something that I thought was really great for everybody to see, or bringing on specific guests, or not having a guest and just talking about current events, whatever it is, I'm going to try to get you the most well-rounded and most interesting and grown and intelligent thing that I can. So you have no idea. It's Atlantic music. It's Atlanta music. I hear you. I will listen to it. All the seniors got a homework assignment for the weekend. Terez is taking a day off, a well-earned day. You see why I need help? Day off. We all need one from time to time, don't we? What did you two talk about that she's not here? Well, we were actually talking about my job. We weren't talking about why she's not coming on. We talked a lot about my stresses at work. That's what we were talking about to be honest. And my retirement date and what that's going to be, when that's going to be, and what kind of I guess what I'm doing in preparation for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I shredding, trying to get things out of my life, like trying to free my space, and how I'm going to approach the next 3 to 4 years of work life. Who, what, when, where, how is pushing P. Y'all really gonna make me go get this song? Thank you. So you know what? Thank you so much. I wanna thank everybody, especially you all who are chatting about this. I want to thank you all for the support. It makes me feel like there's something that I have that is beneficial. And there's my man right there. Okay.
Good morning. Good morning.
How you doing, Poppy Chulo?
I'm good. How are you, Jay?
I'm groovy. I'm hungry AF right now.
I just want to join you a little bit so you didn't feel alone.
You know what? I really don't. They're not letting me feel alone. They are not letting me feel alone. They are like all over it, and I love it. This is a community joint effort, man. I love our chatterboxes, Pop. They are on it.
Good morning to the basement dwellers.
Yes.
Chatterbox. Happy Saturday. Do you know who Fantasia is now? Fantasia
Absolutely.
Taylor. She got married, so she changed her name.
Yeah. Can we? I just want to call her Fantasia.
Morning, JaVonne.
You know what?
Misty J. I give it to Misty J and LaVon. They keep all three of us on our toes.
Absolutely. If you are an artist,
hey Loretta,
and even you, Pop, you are, or at least on this show, if you are known, if I say Pop, everybody knows who I'm talking about. If I say Fantasia, everybody knows who that is.
If somebody says Shaka,
yeah, Shaka, you know,
they know it's not Shaka Zulu, right?
Right. But if I say Donna, you're not really sure. It could be Donna Summers. It could be some other Donna. If I say Erica, it could be. It could be Erica Badu.
Erica Kane.
Could be.
Erica Campbell.
Could be. So you want to be specific with certain names. But I think it if you are known with one name, that's what's up.
Got you. Thursday night, if anybody has a chance, I went and seen the Michael Jackson musical.
Yeah, I saw that a few years ago. I don't know if they've changed.
No. This is the new Michael Jackson.
It's a new Michael.
It's a time period of him rehearsing for the Dangerous tour.
Oh, okay. So that is
phenomenal.
All right.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Good morning, Miss Matthews.
Hey. So yeah, so how has everything else been going in your cipher? You've been so busy, Pop.
Yeah, just busy. I'm traveling next week again. I'm in Vegas next week, and then I come back home for a day and a half. Then I'm in New Orleans.
Pop be on the road.
Yeah, so
you your thing.
Are we asking everyone to join us soon and begin to follow all social media for Basement After Dark?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, someone put the question up in terms of whether or not you created the new Instagram.
Misty did. Yeah, I did create a new Instagram under my name because they're not going to allow you to use a fake name. So, you know.
Oh, so what is it? Is it you listening?
No. My name is under it, but
how do they find it? It's what?
It's Basement After Dark on Instagram. Can you hear me?
Yep, I heard you.
Oh yeah, it's
So I just wanted to put it up.
yeah.
Okay, so everybody, follow. Let's follow. And I was thinking, Pop,
And Facebook and Twitter. We'll put them all up during the course of every show until that show premieres.
Exactly.
Did you and all the people that just joined us, why don't we show them the promo one more time?
Okay, let's do that. We could do that.
Are you ready for After Dark in the basement? Only on WJBR Internet Radio.
So now thank you for saying that. So if anyone right now has ideas that or topics rather that they would like for us to explore on the new show, let us know in the comment. Thank you, Pop. They say you sexy. They say that was sexy.
I appreciate that.
Sexy,
hey Sandra, I appreciate that. I don't think so, but thank you.
Yeah, so please, it came up on my
and if they do, we have an email also now. If you want to send those suggestions, and if you don't want to put them in the comments, you also can send them to basementafterdark@gmail.com. That's basementafterdark@gmail.com.
Definitely. Any topics or anything like that, definitely do that. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a sizzler. It's gonna be a sizzler. And I was thinking, Pop, but we can explore this later. It might be that we might have to do it exclusively.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about that behind the scenes.
We're gonna talk about this, and it may be an exclusive thing.
Okay. Cool.
So that way it can be
kaboom.
I mean, like boom. Like y'all think that the rapid fire has a nice explosion in the beginning. No, this is gonna explode all the way through.
No pun intended, right?
No pun intended out this motherfucker.
Anybody want to call in? They got some questions. What are we reading? I mean, I'm just trying to join in the reindeer games today because our girl Rezi is off today.
Yeah.
I'm reading 2 books right now. I'm reading this.
Oh, Will Smith, yeah.
And I'm reading this.
Deeper Things. Oh, gee. What's Deeper Things about?
Well, that's something I can discuss later, but these are 2 books that I'm reading right now. So
okay.
And shout out to the author, Cookie Lavore, for this one.
Ooh, what is that about?
You got to get the book.
Oh, I see. All right. That looks very interesting. To strap or not to strap, we could definitely, I definitely know there's at least one person who will be a part of that show that can definitely talk about that.
To strap or not to strap? What is it? Are we talking about strap-ons or belt and straps? Because that's a double entendre right there.
We could talk about that on the show. That's definitely something that we can attack.
Well, I don't know about attacking. That sounds delicious.
Yeah. See, Pop is ready to go after dark already.
Brunch is brunch.
I hear you. Eat it up. Eat it up.
Okay, well,
Pop is ready. Poppy.
Que pasa?
That's what's up.
I love you too, LaVonne.
And by the way, all everything that comes to me goes through Pop. So if you have anything that you send it to me, like someone sent us some t-shirts and they sent it to Pop, and I didn't forget. Come on, son. I know exactly who you are. Thank you. Hello. I was being
facetious.
Yeah, being me.
So, what's everybody doing this weekend? Is what people are watching or doing? I mean, it's a cold day today. So, what are we cooking? What are we doing?
What about you? What are you cooking?
I'm honestly not making anything. What I've started for the month of February for the 28 days, I'm doing juice fast.
Oh, okay.
So I'm doing like a lot of smoothies and juices and stuff for the month of February.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I want to recalibrate my system really quick. And I picked a hell of a time because I'm going to be in New Orleans around from the 17th to the 23rd. So I got to stick to it. I can't have no beignets. I can't have no Popeyes fried chicken. I can't have no dirty rice, but I'll stick to it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing some fruit smoothies and things of that nature.
Yeah.
See how my body adjusts to that. I have to do something to cleanse a little bit. Just a little bit,
Do you drink enough water, JaVonne?
I do. I drink well, maybe not enough, but I always drink water. I always have water with me, and I try to do all right. So I have a goal of 64 ounces a day. That's my goal.
Have you ever seen that bottle? That bottle, like that big bottle.
I have 2, and it says this
10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Yeah, and you're almost there.
Yeah, it worked for me. It works for me for about a good 32 ounces. I'll finish that bottle and then I'll go refill it. And I but I rarely make it through the bottle the second time. So I do drink at least 32 ounces of water a day.
Okay.
Oh my God, you are strong, Poppy. When I go to NOLA, I must get chicken biscuits and daiquiri from Willie's.
See, but LaVonne, I have to do this for myself. So, it's going to be hard because I'm with my boys and stuff like that, but I've already told them. So,
yeah,
I got to do it. And it's not because the doctor told me. I'm just doing it for my own self, because the spring is coming and,
Actually, Misty, this is kind of counter for me. Like, I need to gulp it down. I need big gulps. I can't.
Oh,
I can't.
I drink my water with a straw too, Misty. I've always learned that.
Y'all making me thirsty.
What I've learned with water, like when I'm eating something, I drink room temperature water because it's easier to digest. Now, I've been told by my doctor you should drink cold water when you're thirsty, when your body is in thirst. Because think about, like, let's say you eat a piece of fried chicken, right? And that grease or whatever, and then you're drinking cold water on top of it. What happens when cold hits like that grease? It freezes up in your system. So, yeah. So, because think about it, JaVonne, when you used to go to Chinese restaurants, what would they bring you first? They bring you some ice water, right? First. And then at the end of the meal, they bring you hot tea. So But I use the straw for different reasons.
Yeah.
I like to drink with a straw regardless. It's the.
I just gulp this down. If I was sucking on a straw, I'd still be sucking. So I just drink.
Would it be better if we put a pacifier on the bottle for you, JaVonne?
Yes.
Some form of a nipple.
Absolutely.
Okay, we can save that. We can save that for the other show.
This is 16 ounces. I just gulped it down. 16 ounces.
So you got 2 glasses in already because it's normally like 8 ounces. Yeah, so you're good.
Yeah. So, but what I'm saying,
you're good for the first 2 hours.
The thing, yeah, but the thing about the straw, it just will. Something about a straw makes me get dainty. Like I don't know. I just can't. It brings out my little feminine side or old motherfucker side. I don't know. How long did it take you, Pops, to get comfortable with fasting? How you doing, Keith?
Keith, I had to. Well, I had a friend that taught me. The first thing I did the 2-day fast first. I did it first so my body can get used to it.
Say that last piece again.
I did the first fast I did was like a 2-day fast and stuff like that because there was a person that I know that does like 30-day fast and 17-day fast. You have to just learn to let your body get used to it first. You just couldn't jump right into it. So, yeah, I mean, I could tell a little bit of my story because I remember it was we're in 2022 in 2018. 2016. I remember they tried to diagnose me with type 2 diabetes. And went to the doctor. She was like very like, oh, you got type 2, here's some metformin, take this. I wasn't satisfied with that. I wouldn't, and like went to a herbalist and I pressed the reset button. She told me not to take these medications. Let's work with her for 3 months. My numbers went down. All of a sudden, my numbers were no longer diabetic numbers. My numbers were no more pre-diabetic. I reset everything, worked out, watched what I ate, distressed myself.
10 seconds.
Don't worry about that, Pop. But that's interesting. We got to talk about. We should, that should be a topic.
Have a health person come on and
Yeah, especially around diabetes and pre-diabetes. Because you could be right on the precipice and be unsure as to how to go. And some doctors don't. Just lose some weight, you'll be fine. But some people need instruction, nutritionist, like you said, an herbalist.
Well, what I learned because I did a lot of reading and stuff like that and research, I learned either you're going to be inactive or proactive. And I became proactive because I like my fingers and toes and all this other stuff. And I took the initiative again to press that reset button, and everything else didn't matter. So it was not a diet anymore, JaVonne. It was a lifestyle change.
A lifestyle change.
It was a lifestyle change. It's hard. It's hard every day. Don't get me wrong. It's hard. But I was never a candy person. I was never a big candy person. But what I found out what my problem was a lot of, I used to love a lot of pasta. I used to love a lot of white stuff, like, the white rice, the a lot of bread and all, but nope. And it takes like 21, 22 days to break a habit. So
at least. At least.
Yeah.
So Alicia.
So what happened? What Alicia said?
No, I felt bad because I said no to Elisa basically, but I got her song queued up when you're ready. So, I want people to know that if they make a request, I can do it. Hey Kiki, what's up, girl? It's good to see you. Good to see you. You're doing intermittent fasting right now. How's it working for you? Is it going well?
Yeah, Misty, how was that going? Yeah.
And you too, Loretta. You know, LaVonne, I try to keep those on the DL, but my dainty moments. But this show, something about this show, it all comes out right here. Whatever it is. All this fasting talk, I'm gonna have to get into the gym today. That's the other thing. Exercise is so important, and I really need to start getting on that. Everybody's fasting right now. Do I need to fast too? What's going on?
No.
I mean, maybe I need to get into my mental space where I need to, get ready.
But you have to go there, JaVonne. You have to, for yourself, you have to commit yourself to that.
It's more about the mental than the physical. I agree with that, Misty.
Yep. I do too, Misty. You definitely do. What's up, Sagey?
When you first start, don't be so hard on yourself. You're doing a 21-day fast now. So I am interested to know what has inspired everyone else to start doing a fast.
Well, I already said, but mine was to recalibrate my body to get it back into I'm getting back in the spring. It's like a form of spring cleaning for me.
Yeah. I've done fasting for years. This year was pretty good. And my first year doing intermittent fasting. I've done a Daniel fast, a gallbladder fast, juice fast. Okay. I would love to hear what has inspired you, Keith, and everybody else who's fasting.
Rezi and Mo did it one time too.
Yeah, I remember them fasting.
And it also helped for me, JaVonne. It also helps getting all those toxins out of your body. Also, cleansing your whole system. Because then you can see it all on your skin, and
So Misty J says that she started on a religious journey, but it honestly expands from there. I always start the year with a fast. Interesting.
Yeah. And some people start in February instead of January because you're still trying to, get past that, the holiday season. And February is perfect because 28 days, it goes really fast. It's Black History Month.
Mm-hmm.
Well, every day. Well, no, we have Black History Month 12 months a year, 365 days a year. So
right, every day is Black History Day.
Mm-hmm. Every time I look in the mirror, it's Black History.
Because we making history all the time. All the time. Elisa, here's your song, darling.
Push P. Yeah, push P. Turn me up. Turn me up, P. Pointers in the paddock in my piece. I'm pushing P.
Cop new hammers for my P. We don't want no peace.
Got a spot across the spot. Just for peace.
Drop the data, now we plotting. Exotic peas. She not a lesbian for peace. She turned lesbian. Push P.
I'm pushing P. I'm capital P. I write the president, count presidents.
Push P.
Portuguese on her knees, mopping down a P. She let me squeeze and she leave cause she keep a P.
Private suite, privacy. Don't pushing P.
Purple paint, pink, pushing P.
Pushing P.
I'm pushing P.
Pushing P.
I'm pushing P.
Yeah. Pushing P.
I'm pushing P.
Pushing P.
I'm pushing P.
Yeah.
I pop a P. I'm paranoid. I can't sleep with pockets deep. Got rest on me. Why they watching me? I'm
pushing P.
I'm pushing P.
Pushing P.
I'm pushing P.
Yeah.
Touch it, bunch of P. Okay, bought a P, not a pill of Porsche. Push P. 3 P's, popcorn, Porsche.
Push P.
I just push a cup of water. I did, cause you pee, red bandana cards. Hey, I'ma pee you at your whole endorsement. Yeah. She ain't vanilla for me, she simply porcelain. I never saw ops, now we finally touched. She ready to get in the streets for me, no question. Too rich to text, I let my shoulder forward it. Take the P at the alphabet, try to sort it. I'm pushing P. I'm pushing P. I'm pushing P.
Push a P.
I'm pushing P. P.
Push a P.
I'm pushing P.
Push a P.
I'm pushing P.
Yeah.
This is Ida Divine on WJBR Internet Radio. Brunch in the Basement with JaVonne and Terez.
Higher than crystal methodology, higher than astrology. Yes, the witches brew. See, some niggas know, but the bitches knew. What were you expecting, love? Got my heart out here flexing, love. Yeah, I'm just thinking, love. Forever thinking, love. Yeah. I know what you made of, all wrapped up in greatness. You look like the future, you walk like a promise. You make everything so incredibly perfect. I know this for certain. I know what you're made of. More wrapped up in greatness. You look like the future. You walk like a promise. You make everything so incredibly perfect. I know this for certain that you are the purpose. What were you expecting, love? Got us all out here flexing, love. So clear, sincere. Give you the flowers while you're here. Extraordinary individual. The type of brother people listen to. Yeah, I'm just thinking of. Forever thinking of. I know what you made of. All wrapped up in greatness. You look like the future. You walk like a promise. You make everything so incredibly perfect. I know this for certain that you are the purpose. You are.
Dedicated to my brother, tis long time, so we love you. Rest in eternal greatness, King, forever. We love you. Love you. Love you.
Yes, that was Ida Divine for her brother, JaVonne. So yeah, we need to support one another in doing the right things for ourselves. At least I have to tell you, I did not like that song. That is just my opinion. That's just so that you know, going forward, that's just not my stilo. It's good for some people who like that. That's cool. I don't like everything. I have a very particular taste. That's just me. All right, my bad.
Misty, I know Misty was talking about, center yourself too, which I agree, because when I wake up in the morning, I try to have like 10 minutes of quiet time to meditate. And then when I would go to the gym, sit in the steam room or the sauna, and just meditate also. It helps you. Just take, again, it goes back to that self-care thing too.
All right. And Misty is recommending a book.
Yeah.
Called Fasting by Jensen Franklin.
Yeah.
So, that may be something that you want to pick up. And so it is now time. Dun, 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 dun. What is it time for? It is time for our Black History moment. So let's do that. Hey, that's the man right there. Hank Aaron, one of America's greatest baseball players ever, Henry Louis Hank Aaron, was born February 5th, 1934 in Mobile, Alabama. The Baseball Hall of Famer held the Major League Baseball record, 33 years, with 755 career home runs. Nicknamed the Hammer or Hammerin' Hank with his MLB record, it isn't difficult to figure how he got the nicknames. His professional career lasted from 1954 to 1976. Aaron spent the first 21 years with the Milwaukee/Atlanta Braves and the last 2 years with the Milwaukee Brewers. Aaron, amidst racist death threats for getting ready to pass Babe Ruth's home run record, broke the record with 715 home runs on April 8th, 1974 for the Atlanta Braves in the Atlanta Fulton County Stadium against the Los Angeles Dodgers. After his retirement, Aaron worked in the front office of the Atlanta Braves. Hank Aaron died on January 22nd, 2021 in Atlanta, Georgia. We speak his name. So the other thing I want to say, though, about Hank Aaron is that, you have to take it under consideration what it must have been like for this man when you have teammates as well as the people that you're going up against fighting against you, leaving racist notes in your locker room, watermelon seeds in your shorts, throwing fastballs at your head intentionally, doing everything they can to walk you so that you don't get another home run. Black history is American history. It's white history, white American history too. And if you don't like it being told, then change it. Going forward, American history, whether it be white or black, could be this is what used to happen in America. But y'all still doing the same shit. This is a legend right here. God bless you.
And happy heavenly birthday today, too.
And happy heavenly birthday. We speak your name, sir, to be able to endure what you endured for yourself, for your craft, and for all of us. May you rest in heavenly peace. Just had to say that. If people don't want history taught, change the history. You embarrassed? Then don't do it no more. Change it. That man had incredible skill. Imagine what he could have accomplished if he was supported and treated fairly and encouraged. By all of society. And that is, my point. That's a good idea. I'll put the author's name back up again. The name of the book. Jensen Franklin.
Mm-hmm.
So I may check out that book as well, Misty. Thank you for sharing that. Oh, there's a workbook also. Very nice. Very nice. Yes, the definition of courage. We speak your name. Hank and Jackie Robinson. Absolutely. If you haven't, this is a good time. Y'all know I enjoy watching movies at home these days. So 45 is a great movie to watch during this season, as well as Roots, The Color Purple, any movie about Harriet Tubman. Whether you watch Moses with Cicely Tyson, if you can sit through the four hours of it, or the updated version, which is a phenomenal movie, I think, in my opinion. The Watermelon Man, go back and get the classics, Imitation of Life, all of those classics, historical movies, so this is the documentaries. Yes, definitely confirmation. I really gotta fast, but I gotta do it elsewhere. Some recommend going to an Airbnb, not to be around your personal kitchen and its regular foods.
Well, Miss Matthews, you also can what I learned also is sometimes throw all that stuff out. Well, or just eliminate all that stuff out of your refrigerator and cabinets for a little while, because it was out of sight, out of mind. Because again, like Misty said, you got to get your mental right. You got to be mentally prepared.
Yep. Cornbread Earl and Me. That was a great movie. I love that movie. The original Sparkle is my very favorite Sparkle. No
Which
offense.
way is up? Let's do it again.
Right.
Uptown Saturday Night.
Exactly.
Not because my uncle was in a few of those, but
right, exactly. Uptown Saturday Night, all of that. I will say that the one thing about the latter rendition of Sparkle, I loved Whitney's performance in that. I have to say, so it
was a different concept at that time.
Yes,
she loved that movie. She loved that movie, and I don't know if people originally knew Aaliyah was supposed to play Sparkle.
Yeah,
her untimely death. That project was put on the shelf for years and years and years and years until JaVonne Franklin came back, and had a conversation with her and Deborah Martin Chase, and then they reopened the project.
Nice.
And that was her last thing, and that was so much fun working in Detroit.
Yeah, I actually loved Whitney's rendition. She put a different spin on Effie.
Mm-hmm.
Because that character was very demure and laid back
in the original
right.
version,
and Whitney brought real life to it, so not that the original actress did not. She was who she was.
Mary Alice.
Mary Alice.
But I still,
but
even
that
to
time,
this day, yeah, even to this day, I still love the original version.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, to begin with, the original is my favorite. However, the my favorite thing about the update was Whitney.
Because I had a crush on Lynette McKee when I was a little boy.
Who didn't? When I was a little boy, still do. That's the problem. I'm still a little.
But you're supposed to keep your crushes going on. It's human nature.
I can't help it.
I'm crushing on everybody on in the basement today.
I feel you. that oh my God, when they what was that? I just heard a beep in my ear.
It's not on my end.
I just now, right now, I'm just hearing this in my head, so I have to share it.
Many say that I'm too young to let you know just where I'm coming from. Yeah, but you will see, it's just a matter of time. My love will surely make you mine. Well, living in a world of ghetto life, everyone seems so uptight, but nothing's wrong and that's right with my man. I like the way we carry on his love and we send me on and on with my man. People out there can understand. I'm giving him something he can feel. Ooh, to let him know this love is real. Hey, giving him something he can feel. All my love, to let him know this love is real. Oh, my love is real. This love is real. So much joy for us it seems. So much hope for material things. Are they only in my dreams? And that's exactly why I'm singing this song to you. To let you know that real dreams do come true. You tell me, what does it mean? Living in a world of ghetto life, everyone is so uptight. Hey, nothing's wrong, it's alright. My man, I like the way we carry on his love and we send me on and on with my man. People out there, can you understand? I'm giving him something he can feel. To let him know this love is real. That I'm giving love, giving him something he can feel. Talk to me. To let him know this love is real. I gotta let him know that this love is real. Giving him something he can feel. Giving him love. Giving him something he can feel. Giving him love. Giving him something he can feel.
Yes, you are watching and listening to Brunch in the Basement on WJBR Internet Radio with JaVonne and Terez.
He's as big time as it gets.
Now, I got a question for you. Well, and a big shout out to Dawn Robinson because you heard her.
Yes, that's my girl. That's my girl.
And we know how persnickety you are about remakes. Because Aretha Franklin, that whole Curtis Mayfield soundtrack, I still play on my, on my musical catalog.
Yes, I got it. I got you. I feel you.
So how do you feel about the In Vogue remake?
I like it. I love it.
All right.
I do. I think, I remember when the In Vogue video to this song first came out. At that time, I was living in my first own apartment studio, and I had a little TV. And when I saw those sisters in those red dresses, and Sparkle had always been one of my favorites. And you have to reconsider the times. It's not like you could go on on Google and find things. Google didn't exist back then. There was no, I could just look it up and see old videos and shit like that, or pictures. You had to wait for things to come on as a rerun on TV in order to see something. So the In Vogue version of that song reignited something for me.
I bet it did.
And I don't think Dawn is listening right now, but but she know. You know what? I have to say, you know what? And maybe it's even a clip for After Dark, but it's a clip of the show when Dawn Robinson was on in the basement with me and Terez, and she kind of gave a tell that she knew, all right, she was like, she had to readjust because JaVonne is not able to focus looking at me like this right now. That shit was funny in retrospect, but Dawn and that video. Yeah, so I like their version.
Yeah. Keith, yes, definitely hit me up and we'll talk behind the scenes, Keith. I seen his message.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what are we doing the rest of the weekend, people? What are we doing? What are we seeing? What's going on?
I don't know. What for me, I'm just kind of chilling. I got things to do, like busy work. Trying not to. You know what's interesting? My therapist LaVonne said that I create to fill voids. Like when something is not going on well with me, or something's not being fulfilled in me, I go and create something. And she was so dead on. She was so on point with that. I become most creative when I am upset. Or depressed. If I'm feeling lustful, lonely, any and most feelings that I get, I feel them intensely. If I'm in it, if I'm mad, if I'm jealous, if I'm whatever it is, I tend to create. If somebody tells me I can't do something, especially that pisses me off, then I can't, then I may not do that thing, but I will create something magnificent, like to magnify, yes, the fuck I can. Like I'm just really
that Scorpio thing coming out of you.
It's like I can't even control it, because one thing about the way I create is that what I'm creating is just more work. As I was speaking to her, she was like, you doing something, you doing more? You got time to what? I was like, oh, but I love to create and I love to do this, huh? She was like, do you realize what you do? Do you realize why you do it? It's nothing wrong with doing it. Do what you want to do, but do you realize why? So Sage says, what's going on? The gallery in Harlem, changing out the artwork. I'm going to be doing an artist talk on the 10th for the art on the Ave. Art on the Ave. 875 3rd Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
Have 2 scripts that I'm going
to be acting in.
To be acting in.
Is there a flyer, Sage? If there's a flyer, send it to us so we can put it up.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations, Sage G.
Send it to us so we can and I'll promote it on my social media. You know Sage. Sage is my brother. I love him.
Absolutely. Send it, Sage. The flyer to everything that you do. I don't listen to anyone outside of my relations.
What does that mean?
She only listens to, people, I guess, that you trust. People
okay, gotcha.
Her family or people in her cipher,
in that circle. Yeah, that circle. Right. I got you.
Yeah, I tend to be an isolator, and I have a very small group of people that I trust. Very small. And it doesn't hurt to listen to outside opinions. It doesn't mean that what they say is gold or the truth, but it's always food for thought. Like, people have opinions, and it's good to hear various opinions.
And you can agree to disagree, but also respect that person's opinion.
Right. And sometimes people are right and sometimes people are wrong. I mean, she said things that I disagree with, advice I am not going to take. And then on that particular thing, she was pretty good.
You know what, JaVonne? I don't give advice. I give encouragement.
I hear that. Encouragement is necessary. Not everybody is encouraging, though. Pop. Not everybody is encouraging.
True.
And I don't know. Listening to only those who support you can turn into a megalomaniac. Not only that,
so true, Misty. So true.
You can end up really. Yes, and some people will encourage you to be toxic. People can encourage you to, like, especially if you are a celebrity. A lot of celebrities go down that wrong
rabbit hole.
Yeah, you have a bunch of people that want to be around you because of your celebrity, and anything you do, they agree with it. And you could be going in the wrong direction, and they may, but I think most people are smart enough to have that one or those 1 or 2 people who are going to keep it real.
To tell you that your shit stink, yeah.
Right. And we all need that. We all need that. Like, I know you didn't say that to that. I know you're not planning on, put that down. Or whatever. Like, okay, if that's what you're going to do it, but understand that the outcome may not be what you want it to be.
And they may disassociate themselves with you because you told them, but then they'll think about it later and come back and be like, well, you told me so, but then you may not be a person to say, I told you. You just have to be there to encourage, like, okay, I'm here for you. And that's with family and friends, because I always say that sometimes family is very toxic too. And I've separated myself from certain family members.
Exactly. Sometimes that dissenting view is food for thought, and that's where I'm at, but I don't have to agree. And then sometimes, okay, I hear you, it's possible, but I'm going to try it because my spirit tells me to try it. And if I fail, I failed knowing that, okay, I had a choice. I told Mary to get the F away and roll with her sister. I feel you. So somebody mentioned the movie Claudine, which is another one of my favorites. And if you have access to it, if you've never seen it, please watch Claudine, starring Diane Carroll and
James L. Jones,
the man with the voice.
Yeah. Now, see, that's one movie that does not need to be remade over.
No. If anything, I would have liked to have seen prior, but it would have had to have been prior to Miss Carol's death. Maybe a part 2 later on when the kids had all grown up and their kids and Claudine and Rupert as grandparents. And maybe with a Rupert Jr. that they created together in that family circle. I think that would have been. There's a couple of movies that I would have liked to have seen like an additional part, like a more contemporary movie would be, I think it's called The Wedding, or no, Jump in the Broom.
Oh, with oh my God, what's her name?
Yeah, that one. And there's a couple of people in there. You know, see, this is when I need pop.
But I got a brain fart too. But it's like I see her face in front of me because she's on a new series on BET Plus too. Oh my God, because she was married to Robin Thicke.
Yes, her. Yep.
Somebody in the basement, one of the dwellers, help with this name. I forgot her name. Oh my God.
That's all right. You know what? There's way around that too. I never could think of her names. I know she's fine. She's beautiful. And guess what? My mom is listening. Hi, Mom. Love you.
Hey, Miss Armstrong.
Can't put you on, but you know, I'm glad you're listening. I'm so proud. I bought my mom a Facebook portal.
Paula Patton,
that's right. And she is, my mom has been able to call me on it, and we can video chat with one another, and it is just fabulous. I love it. Yes, look, everybody's like Paula Patton. Yes, I seriously, what is this? I seriously did not understand the movie as a child. I just knew the daughter got beat with a brush and threw up. I saw that movie when I was a child. And also somebody had mentioned, I think it was LaVonne, who mentioned the last show that she was probably the only child who loved Roots, like as a child. I will say that first of all, both of those movies I saw as a child. Claudine, I saw in the movie theater when it first came out. And I loved it. I got it. I got it. And actually I used that movie because of that scene, Misty, and other scenes within the movie as a training. I think it's an outstanding movie. And then Roots, when Roots first came out, I think I was like 12 years old or something like that. And it was an American freaking deal. Everybody who was alive at that time sat down and watched it, mostly as a family.
Yep.
I was a kid.
I remember too. I watched it as a family, like every night when it came on that miniseries.
Yep, we all sat down, everybody in front of the TV together, and I remember
it was on ABC.
I remember going to school during that time while the series was playing, and I remember getting on the bus, all of 12 years old, and I was talking so much junk on that bus. Like I got my Ungawa Black Power on as I was understanding more. I was preaching on the bus. That's just, the kind of kid I was, though. I was walking back and forth on the bus, the number 5 bus going up and down Story Avenue in the Bronx. Like I was doing something. I was letting the people know about Kizzy. But yeah. Yep. So I loved it. I also loved here's another movie, the autobiography of Jane Pittman, Cicely Tyson again. Sounder, Cicely Tyson again. These are movies that we should see. As a child, I remembered all the murders in Atlanta. You know, we're all traumatized by so many things that have happened historically. In our nation, to our people, to us as individuals. And let me just say, Pop, my family, we used to sit down as a family and watch your uncle weekly. And I was far too young to understand all of the jokes. You know, but it's something about real comedians that can be funny to all ages and to, you know, with all understanding, you know.
Yeah, and what's so funny is like I remember certain things when I was during the summer. I would go, you know, my mother would send me to be with him during the summer. So I remember when he would film, I would be on set because I know Brandon would like this because Roberta Flack, that was her first show that she ever did on TV. Singing was my uncle's show. Joan Rivers was that he broke Joan Rivers on his show.
Wow.
I remember meeting the great Sidney Poitier and all those people growing up. And what's so funny is the estate finally would now release the all the DVDs of his shows now on Time Life.
I'm going to purchase them. I was, you know, as a child, I was a big and for those of you who may not know, Pop's uncle that we're talking about was Flip Wilson, the legendary.
Yeah. So all my life I grew up in this industry, so this is all I know. Yeah. So a lot of people, I don't know if they knew that, you know, him and Gladys Knight had dated because she's Auntie Gladys to me.
Yes. You know,
and him and Melba will have a very special relationship, and we'll just leave it at that with Auntie Melba. Hey, Auntie Melba.
Auntie Melba. Yes. So yes, Bustin' Loose was the movie with Cicely Tyson and Richard Pryor. Any Richard Pryor movie, get it. Especially JoJo Dancer is my favorite. It really tells a lot more about his history.
Yeah.
Yes, it was Bustin' Loose. You are correct, Keith. So yes, I had the Flip Wilson doll when I was a kid. On one side was Flip,
and the other side was Geraldine.
And the other side was Geraldine Jones. It was a very soft, cushy, because I remember I used to hug that doll.
Yeah, because some people could put pins in it or whatever and all this. Yeah.
And I used to pull the string. You pull the string, and it would say, "The devil made me do it."
Yeah.
Or in the back, in the booth, in the corner, in the dark, or something like that. It had all of these Flip Wilson sayings. I would love to just sit and just like binge on some Flip. I that for me would be like I would take vacation to sit and just watch Flip Wilson and not talk to none of y'all.
Well, let me reach out to my cousins and stuff like that because we know we got some in somewhere. So I'll probably try to get some to you and Rezi.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, because like that was fun time. I remember all that, and a lot of people also didn't know that he also bought into 2 Benihana franchises when
I kind of remember him talking about Benihana.
Yeah, because I remember when I would be on every Friday night, we would go to Benihana. And,
wow.
But what sparked for me was when he went in, he knew everyone from the bus boys to his managers to everyone. He knew their families. He treated everyone with the same amount of respect. He said they just have a title, but he said they're human beings like everyone else.
Okay. I'm putting my virtual foot down.
Uh-oh.
Anybody who is within earshot or who is watching, your assignment by next week, and I don't care how you do it, whether you go on YouTube, you go and buy some stuff. I don't know. I'd preferably go buy some stuff, but everybody needs to watch some Flip Wilson, especially for those of you who are confessing that you don't know anything about him, or you know his name, but you have never actually watched him.
Oh, wow.
So you know that, and it's no fault of yours. You're younger, and so he probably wasn't on television or anything.
I'll give them a hint. Because of my uncle, that's why you get Medea, you get Shanae, you get Wanda. My uncle opened that door for that.
For all of it. And he was the first comedian to have his own show.
And to own his masters into his own production company.
He was a brilliant, amazing entertainer, artist, and businessman.
Yeah. And he was a great uncle. He was really calm and cool. I'll tell you this little one story. When I remember we were younger, it was my cousin, him and I, we were riding in LA. He pulled up on this embankment, and there was this lake. And he asked one of us, he was like, I'll give you $300 if you jump in the lake. Right? My cousin Kevin, which is his son, jumped out the car, ran and jumped in the lake or whatever, got all wet. So I'm in the car. So he said, well, why didn't you go jump? I said, well, one, I got on new white sneakers and I don't see the premise of why am I jumping in a lake. So my cousin Kevin's walking back to the car. So my uncle locks the car. He gives him the $300. And he's like, come on, Dad, let me in. He's like, you stupid mother. He's like, you think I'm going to let you in my car all fucking wet? And I was like, well, why did you make him do that? He said, I just want to see which one of you would do anything for money. And he said the same amount of money that he gave my cousin was the same amount of money it would cost for a cab for him to take it back home at that time in LA. He said, so get home on your own. And we drove off.
Wow.
And he was trying to prove a point. He was like, all money's not good money. And he wanted to see where your principles stood.
Wow. So, and let me just clarify something also. Although Flip Wilson had the most gorgeous legs when he played Geraldine Jones, okay? He also was a handsome man, and Geraldine was just a skit on the show. That was not the whole, that was not like Medea, the whole damn movie, you just this woman. No.
He was a preacher. He was
a preacher. He did a whole bunch of different things. So if you only remember Flip Wilson as Geraldine Jones, or if that's the only thing that you knew about him, I'm here to tell you that he was a hell of a lot more than that. So the assignment, okay, everybody, we gonna repop. You're gonna help me with this, right? We're gonna come back and talk about Flip Wilson. And I'm gonna give a bonus for the lesbians.
Yeah.
Mom's Mabley.
Oh, okay.
Let me write it down in case you can't spell it. Mom's Mabley. True confession, when I was a kid, I was very afraid of her. My mother used to watch Mom's Mabley. Like she would come on wherever she was coming on TV. And as soon as she would start talking, I would leave the room, or I'd be sitting there under my mother. I don't even know if my mom knew I was scared of her, but I was scared of her. lesbians and thespians, absolutely. So you got Flip Wilson, that is the primary assignment, and Moms Mabley is the bonus. And you don't have to be a lesbian, just anybody, everybody. These are your assignments. You are to watch and be able to articulate what you learned. Okay.
And don't do a Google search. And I don't know, you haven't been to the National African American Museum yet, have you?
No, I have not.
Oh my God. If anybody, it's phenomenal. I've been there 3 times already. Cause of course, they have my uncle in there. We have one of the original Poochie dresses and stuff like there, but they got everything about moms. Maybe everything about us. It's like.
So you know what? Miss Matthews brings up a great point. This documentary was phenomenal. Thank you for reminding me, Miss Matthews. If you can get your hands on this documentary, it's Whoopi Goldberg. She did a documentary on Moms Mabley. If you can get your hands on that, then do that. Let's do that for the bonus.
And this is what TV One and all these other channels should be doing. BET, showing these documentaries and films like this.
Who's Coco Taylor? Who are we talking about here? Oh wait, I think that's Coco Taylor. Who's Coco Taylor, hon? Wang Dang Doodle lady?
The Wang Dang Doodle lady.
Are you talking about the song by the Pointer Sisters? They had a country song that sounded like they were saying that. I don't know. It is Coco. If Keith says it's Coco, then it was Coco. I believe Keith.
Oh, Coco with a K. She spelled her name with a K, not a C. Koko Taylor.
Sandra, that used to freak me out when I was a kid. When Moms Mabley would take out her teeth and she would talk without her teeth and her voice was all old and gravelly. Oh, that old man. I took that old man.
And her eyes were like,
oh, child. I remember, I think I was like 4 years old though. So give me a break. Okay. Okay. I was like a little thing. I was like, oh God. It was just too much.
But JaVonne, I would remember parties that my uncle would have or go to things like they were Richard Pryor, Red Fox, Della Reese, Sydney, even Bill Cosby, Lola Falana, Diane Carroll, all
Lola.
of these. Lola Falana, all those people. Yeah.
Keith wanted to know if you've been to the museum in Memphis.
Yeah. The army, yeah. I've always been a person to like the arts and stuff like that. I went to museums when I was younger. I've exposed my goddaughters to them when they were younger. It was so funny because I just took my 19-year-old niece to a play on Wednesday night, A Long Walk Journey Home or something like that. And I love the fact that after the play, I got her perspective as a 19-year-old on what her feeling was. And it was a really good conversation.
So that's curious. When she was when Michael Jackson died in 2008, was it 2009?
I think so. No, 2000. I think.
Let me look that up real quick,
right?
Michael Jackson.
2009, June 25th.
Right. So how old was she?
Who?
Your cousin, your niece. Jesus Christ.
My niece at the time. Well, she's 19 now, so she was.
So that's 10, 11, 12 years. So she was about 7.
Yeah.
So she was old enough to have had a little bit of Michael Jackson experience.
Oh, but I didn't take it. She didn't go with me to the Michael Jackson thing. She went with me to a play the night before. Like
okay.
Yeah, this was I've been going to plays like most of the week. I try to get everything in as much as I can. But I'm gonna get them tickets. I'm gonna get her, my little nephew, and my brother and my sister-in-law tickets to go see Michael Jackson, to go see the musical.
Yeah. Well, We may be old, but you know.
No. I'm not claiming that. I'm seasoned.
No?
I'm seasoned.
Yeah, we're well seasoned.
Well,
I'm, for the rest of the day, I think I'm going to do a little straightening up in that area over there, and I'm going to just sit and watch some movies.
Well, I know once this is over, because Saturday is normally my cleaning day in the house. So I change the linen, my floors, all that good stuff. Spring clean, because I'm about to leave next week, so I like to always come back home to
a nice
freshly cleaned home.
Absolutely.
Well, I try to stay as clean as possible, but
right. But one thing you don't want to do is go away and come back, and the house is nasty.
And here's a trick for me. I don't come home with dirty clothes. I always wash my clothes the night before, and when I pack them. So, if I'm at a hotel or whatever, I'll either find a laundromat in that area or use the laundry with the hotel and wash my clothes to pack, because for some reason dirty clothes seem to weigh down your luggage.
Yeah. It's the extra dirt. It's the filth. Anyway, Pop, thanks for hanging out with us and being on screen. I know how shy you are, and this is good practice for what's coming in the basement soon.
And what's coming? What's coming, JaVonne? What's coming in the basement?
After dark. After
Ooh.
dark.
Ooh.
After dark. Here it is one more again. And when y'all see it on your social media platforms, please share it. For now, thank you so much and have a great
day. Be safe, wash your hands, and spread love, everybody.
Bye.
Are you ready for After Dark? In the basement. Only on WJBR Internet Radio.
Is that we say a word and then you say the first thing that comes to mind. So how it goes is that I'll say 5 words, one after another, give you a chance to, insert your thought. But the first thing that comes to mind, when I say this, you say that. And I'll do it 5 times, and then JaVonne is going to do it 5 times.
Oh, Lord Jesus, 10 of them. Lord have mercy. JaVonne, you didn't tell me about this one.
No, I didn't. Because it needs to be completely off the cuff.
Yes. So these are randoms, and it just gives us a peek behind the veil.
Okay.
So let me know when you're ready.
Might as well shoot it.
Okay. Community.
Genuine.
Love.
Hate.
Comedy.
Joy.
Children.
Happiness.
Legacy.
Me.
Ooh, that was kind of deep.
Human.
Kind.
Nice. Okay, JaVonne, you're up.
Funny.
Laughter.
Peace.
That's joy.
Drag.
Life.
Personality.
Truth.
Money.
Evil.
Thank you so much, Mr. Richard Pryor Jr.
Hi, this is Indira Khan, and you're listening to and watching Brunch in the Basement with JaVonne and Terez.
basement, no longer alone. With my homegirl Terez on the microphone. Music politics are just chatting it up. Brunch in the basement, see that's what's up. You never know who might run through. Legendary artist or someone brand new. You miss a lot when you miss one day. At least that's what I heard somebody say. But it doesn't really matter what whoever says. It's always a good show with JaVonne and Terez. Yeah. Brunch in the basement with JaVonne and Terez. Yeah. Let's see who we got today.
Come on, everybody's a friend in my head. I already know everybody.
Whatever it is, it's gonna be good.
One day I'll tell you about me and Shaka Khan, but you know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but she doesn't know anything about it. But anyway. No, she doesn't. She wasn't even there actually. But anyway.
All our bosses though, Jay. Like she got our ears and
I'm gonna send y'all some perfume. I'll definitely get an address. I'll send y'all out.
You can send me some cologne, because I mean, you know. Yeah. Just in case I should meet Shaka Khan, I want to smell really, you know, nice.
Oh God.
Okie dokie, babe. Whatever you say.
The time, so
and we thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yes,
thank you. This part, that little piece, I'm just gonna keep and play it all the time for myself. But no, I'm just teasing. And I think it's time, Terez, to do a little rapid fire with Mr. Richard Pryor Jr.
I think so. So
yeah.
Don't worry, we won't hurt you.